Overwatch League experts want hero bans, and we're kind of inclined to agree with them. So would hero bans add some much needed spice to the Overwatch League? Every couple of months, the discussion around hero bans arises anew in Overwatch. This time, a panel of Overwatch League experts made up of coaches, team staff and broadcast talent led the charge along with our own Yiska, with some of them arguing it's the right time to introduce the change, but we need to stress it comes with a twist. The suggested system proposed by Overwatch League desk analyst Jake aims to create a more diverse meta at the top level and stop the stale team comps that have come to slowly define the Overwatch League scene over its 6 seasons. And to make it clear, this would just be for the esports scene, leaving the general ranked experience untouched in the hopes of, a little bit counterintuitively perhaps, bringing the casual and pro player experience closer together. So how would a hero ban actually work? Not all hero ban systems are created equal. As our panel argued, and you can watch the whole discussion right here if you'd like, the specific system chosen for hero bans is crucial to the discussion. Even the blanket term of hero ban doesn't actually sell the idea properly, inadequately defining the scope of what a hero ban would actually entail. Hero ban systems differ in a number of ways, from the number of heroes banned, when those bans actually have to be chosen and announced, if they last for the entirety of the map, and more. Only after we define what a hero ban system could look like can we actually have a discussion about the merits of it. Director of competition and former head coach for the Houston Outlaws, Junkbuck, cautioned against too heavy-handed changes, claiming that hero bans just have too many random variables to make them fair. Former professional player and coach Jake had his own suggestion of a ban system though, that does appear to be on the less heavy-handed side. Jake's suggestion then is that 1 hero per team per map is banned. The ban has to be submitted with the roster, so while you won't know massively ahead of time, there's enough to at least tweak a game plan. It's done blindly, without the knowledge of the other team, which means both teams could theoretically also ban the same hero, which would mean only 1 hero is banned for that map. And finally, a team can only ban a hero once per match. The system is already technically possible via the lobby setting system, requiring no additional adjustments from the developer, and could be implemented by the organizer tomorrow without assistance if there was enough of a desire for it. The goals the system actually aims to accomplish are twofold. As Jake explained in the panel, the skill worth rewarding in Overwatch is not necessarily mastering one particular hero and composition, but in playing the breadth of the game's characters and getting good at as much as the game has to offer. Throughout Overwatch's competitive history, luck has always played a more important role in which teams dominate than some might like to admit. Sometimes teams just happen to roll into a meta comp in which they are simply most suited to, resulting in absolute domination, especially in playoff scenarios. It is a well-documented phenomenon, with Season 4's grand final 4-0 between Gators Atlanta Reign and the Shanghai Dragons a classic example. These meta states may be less prevalent if Jake's hero ban system was implemented. Secondly, for esports play to get closer to the experience a viewer might have in their average Overwatch game, the rule sets need to be altered. In other esports, the competitive meta leaves an impression on ranked play at various levels, and it hasn't really been the case for Overwatch. According to Jake, his system forces teams to think hard about the types of heroes they want to ban for each map, in the context of the team they're playing against, and it doesn't entirely mute the ability of star players to shine on their signature heroes. If it can work in MOBAs like League of Legends and Dota 2, then why can't it work in a hero shooter like Overwatch 2? The MOBA angle did let Junkbuck counter on the same grounds though, arguing that maps and map types added another dimension to the balance discussion, and certain heroes or meta archetypes were already limited in their viability based on the terrain they could function in. On top of that, the competitively viable MOBAs in esports already have a cast of hundreds of characters that roughly work in similar ways, which means banning 1 hero doesn't mute an entire playstyle as other champions remain interchangeable. A more than fair point given Overwatch's decent, but not League of Legends sized cast of characters. Junkbuck remained concerned about the randomness this might introduce as Overwatch compositions work synergistically. He argued that banning a single hero wouldn't just remove that hero from the game, but may make it impossible to viably play various other heroes, since the ban would crash the synergy they had with those heroes, potentially leading to a far greater shakeup of team comps than that single hero ban was initially made for. Suffice to say, the debate, even now, rages on. As the panel argued, further field tests of the suggested hero ban systems will be required to land on a rule set that, actually facilitates a healthy and attractive competitive environment. But given that the Overwatch League has never looked more under threat, and more in need of some added spice and excitement than ever before, is it time for the Overwatch League to bring on the hero bans? And if you want to check out the full panel, where our panel of experts discussed everything from game balance to even more arguing about hero bans, click this video here.